I forgot to record this part, but this will be my visa experience. If you need some quick information about things such as refunds, priority visa, or even the location of the center, there will be timestamps in the description down below. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Okay, first off, the website. So what happened to me was that when I was trying to apply for appointment date for the visa, the website was horrible. It was an absolute mess. Here's the thing, if the website was closed, I'd be fine with it. But the website was open, had appointment dates opened and available, but when you clicked on them, there's a massive error bar. So, in my desperate attempt to get an appointment date early, I had an auto refresher that refreshed the page constantly every 10 seconds. So after about 3 hours, I finally managed to get an appointment quite early, honestly, compared to my other peers, and I was really grateful for it, but it was a bit stressful, I would say. But compared to what happens next, it pales in comparison. Okay, so the appointment was scheduled for the next day, so what happened next day was that I was in KL. I'm from Terengganu, by the way. So I was in KL, and I had an appointment early morning, so I had to print some stuff because I was expecting to get an appointment that early. So to print some stuff, I need to go to the store, but no stores were open at that time. So I had to go ring a friend up to help him print my stuff in KL. However, the problem with that is that my friend lives quite far from the actual visa center. So it was going to take some time, but I planned it with my father. My father was there too. We were going to, take an hour and, going to drive to my friend's house and then drive to the VFS center, the visa center, and then it's all going to be good and dandy. It was not good and dandy. But no, first problem. My car has a flat tire, yes. Out of all the days to have a flat tire, that was a day. And as my father later, he said he has never had a flat tire in his life. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 restrictions, I had to get a Grab, but with only one passenger seat, so my father couldn't follow me, which at first I felt was fine, even though I didn't know KL that much. I could still Google the locations. But at the time, there was about half an hour left until the appointment time. So I was a bit stressed, not gonna lie. So then I went to my friend's house to get documents. Thank you again, Ian. The documents were perfect and you were a massive help. But then when we went to go to the visa center,
I chose the wrong one.
In my, desperate attempt to arrive on time, I didn't check the full address of the visa center, which was Brickfield Asia College, if I remember. So apparently in KL there's like 2 or 3 of them, and I went to the first one that appeared on my Google. And when I arrived there, the driver was clueless too. He didn't know what the place was either. So I just paid him and said thank you very much, and then I went down. When I went into the building, right, this should have been a sign, honestly. A rat came out from a corner and ran right in front of me. That should have been a really big sign, but nope. I just went in there into this really shaky elevator up to the second floor, which the visa appointment was supposed to happen, and the floor was empty. It was like abandoned, and I just realized something. I went to the wrong building. Good job, Ezad. Good job. So I rushed down, quickly tried to find another Grab. Took me another 10 minutes. At that point, I was already late for my appointment. So I was searching on Grab for the place, and it was called the BAC Performing Arts Center. So to get this straight, the abandoned building was called Brickfield Asia College, but the active building was BAC Performing Arts Center. So I was already 20 minutes late for my appointment. I got into a Grab, and it took me another half an hour to reach the actual visa center. I ran like crazy. I entered it and I showed my appointment, and thankfully, even though I was an hour late at that point, they let me in. Oh yeah, it was quite the experience. So if you want to make sure you go to the correct location, I'll put the address and even maybe some Google images right here of how it looks like and where it is. There's also another visa center called Wisma Putra, if I'm not mistaken. I've never been there, but I'm assuming that the experiences I had at BAC should be similar to the ones that you would have at Wisma Putra. Okay, so my appointment was on the second floor of the college, and before I get into it, I did record my process basically. But at the end, they saw me filming, and they said to me that if I do post this on social media, yeah, well, they won't kill me, but they'll sue me. So I can't do that. But instead, what I will do is I'll show you some really professional pictures of what happened there. So basically, you go there, they give you a number, and then there'll be a waiting room. In that waiting room, there's like a reception, kinda. And then first they call you, to confirm your appointment and, confirm your name and that kind of stuff. After that, you have to give your important documents, which are the checklist, which is available in the email sent to you by the UK visa apartment or whatever apartment you're getting your visa from. Your passport, so they can approve it for the visa. And last but not least, your appointment letter. The appointment is sent to you by email. They want it printed if you can. One note about the checklist, even the checklist is about, I think it was 6 pages long. They only took the front page of it. So I would recommend you bring the whole checklist, but yeah. Okay, so next they'll ask you if you want to give them any other documents. Since you should have already uploaded your TB test results online already, you can give them other documents, but based on what my friends have said, it's not recommended because basically the more documents you have, the more time it take to process. To them, what matters the most, what really matters, the only thing that matters is just the TB test that you uploaded online. So when they ask, if you have any other documents, you don't give them any. You don't need to give them anything else. Okay, next, refunds. I'll give you some scenarios. Scenario number 1. You booked a priority visa or even some services at a different location, but you cancelled it and then booked it at BAC, for example. When you get there, you can ask for a refund form and they'll provide to you if you show them evidence. So show them your appointment letter from your cancelled appointment, which should be in your email somewhere. In that email, they have a barcode and also the details of your payment, so they can verify with the higher ups. And then when that's verified, they will give you a refund form for you to do. However, they did say it will take from 2 to 3 weeks up until 2 to 3 months for the refund to be, finalized and processed to you. So keep that in mind. Scenario number 2, and this is what I experienced personally, was that I took priority visa for my previous appointment, which was at Wisma. However, I cancelled it to get an earlier appointment at BAC. However, in the BAC appointment, I just picked standard visa. So when I asked them if I could transfer the priority visa I bought from Wisma to my new appointment, they made some phone calls, and then after a few minutes, it was done. So if you're worried about those kind of things, it'll be fine because the people there are quite professional and nice. So just tell them clearly what your problem is and they will help get you settled. So priority versus standard visa, based on the information they gave me, basically, if you pick standard visa, it will take from 15 to 17 working days. I've heard it's more, even a month, but I can't verify that. Then, for priority visa, it will take 5 to 7 working days for it to get processed. It could be more, could be less, but you should get it within those dates. So next, courier/delivery service. For people going to BAC specifically, you have to pay for courier service there, but you can't give them cash. You have to pay it online basically. So they will have an account bank number there, basically they will give it to you, and then you just have to input their bank account number and then send the money there. After that, they'll verify it by asking you to send an email to them, and that will be it. Okay, then you have to wait. Then they'll call your number again. This time, you have to take a picture, basically like a passport picture, and then they'll scan your fingers for your biometrics. It was basically 4 right, 4 left, and 2 thumbs. I forgot to add that before you're taking a picture, they'll just verify your birthday and your full name. So just don't be nervous about that. After that's all done, they'll finish processing it, and then they'll give you back your documents and whatnot, give you a receipt if I remember correctly, and even a SIM card, which I have here and whatnot. You can use in UK later, and yeah, after that you're done. That's it. Really simple, wasn't it? Honestly, the Visa Center was really helpful and professional. It was quick, simple, and I was expecting it to be a lot worse than it was. So hands up to them, honestly. So that's it really. If you have any specific questions, you can ask them in comments down below. And yeah, thanks for watching and see ya.